Hello and welcome to a full day of GSA events, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I'm with my beautiful co-commentator, Protoman5. Hello, Protoman.
Hey, Cheese.
How are you doing?
Uh, Good. Are you doing anything special for the big day today?
The big day today. What do you mean by big day?
I
Oh,
mean, of course, the holiday that is Wilco got a 149 day.
yeah, that is definitely a good holiday. We should celebrate because Wilco. It's worth a personal shout out to Wilco because Wilco's been trying to get this time for how long now? For a really long time, and he finally triumphed. He's a very good, very motivated speedrunner. And I love him. So shout out to Wilco for scoring that 149. And yeah, but right now we have two other beautiful gentlemen by the name of Xein. I stand corrected.
Exciting.
Xein64 versus DrogieSR. They are both European legends. Xein is from Germany and Drogi is from Switzerland. So this is going to be a really good race. What are your thoughts on them? Because I know you know these guys for a really long time as well.
Yeah, I mean, they've both been throwing up pretty consistent times recently. I'm thinking like I think we'll see around 50s for both of them, maybe 51. I know Zine almost PB'd in his race against me, I think, if
Hmm.
I remember correctly. And the longer the season goes on, the deeper and deeper we get, like more toward week 12. People seem to get more and more consistent and comfortable in these
That's
races.
true.
So
Yeah.
you see better times, it seems, as we go on here.
I actually noticed that myself the other day. All these, especially Druggy. I think the last, correct me if I'm wrong, the last like two races I've seen Druggy do were actually very good. I think his last race he
Yes,
was really close to a PB apparently. I think he almost got a 49 if I'm not mistaken.
I
Or
think so. And yeah, he was on pace for 49 for a long time. And actually, he's had some 48 paces, at least in his, not necessarily in races, but he's had 48 paces deep into
right.
runs recently.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, consistency is rising and the tension is building. So I can't wait to start this race. So it'll be getting started right now. I'm also restreaming today, so have patience with me if I mess up something. Just saying, but everything should be fine. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this race started.
The hype is truly palpable. Very excited.
So yeah, anything else to say about these runners before we get into it?
Well, let's see. I was about to check the standings here, see what's going on. I think Drogi he just raced yesterday and he got many points. And if he
Yeah,
wins this race, I think he'll be like top three in the standings here. And he still definitely has a chance to be number one, I would say, at the end of this. And we're starting.
yep. It started. It's gonna be starting any second now.
Awesome. I believe both runners will be doing HMC late, but I'm not sure actually. I think they're both on US version though.
Yeah, at least I would at least think that we would see CCM17 from the majority of the runners.
Probably yes. All right, both on US. The sync could be real here.
All right, let me get this sync up real quick.
The sync is almost real.
Almost.
Now it looks quite
Timer's
real,
a little
yes.
bit off because Druggy said he started his time a bit late, but we should be good to go. Alrighty.
Let's see what we got in store here.
All right.
See
Yeah.
how
So
aggressive you guys want to play.
yeah, let's see who has a. Now it's very common for, at least for me, when I'm doing a race, especially, it's common to be the most nervous in the beginning of a race. It's kind of like that
Yes.
moment. When you start off, it's that I think it's a lot. A lot of it has to do with you being scared of having a bad beginning. Because one of the worst feelings is to be far behind in the beginning of a race. you don't ever want that to happen, so you always kind of like just pray not to make much mistakes in the beginning.
Yes, and there's many tricks at the beginning that can lose you like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That are in theory simple, but you never know, and they can domino quite easily. Like if you miss bomb clip, you're prone to miss it again. And I know we saw Vyro is very good player die to bomb clip because there was just those early race nerves.
Yeah.
It's like just they can domino.
I remember seeing that.
But then once you get going, it's a little less pressure. I feel like.
Okay, so no bomb clip errors right now, and both doing slide first, which is smart, of course.
Yes, save that second.
Alright, so what are your slide guesses, Fredo?
I'm feeling 12-7 on both. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna keep the sync a little bit here.
I think I'll go with the same thing. Pretty solid.
Alright.
Looking good. Actually, they're looking better for Drogie. Yeah, 12.6.
Yes, the sync is done.
13.1. But alright. Xein having a little choke up on the slide, but having a little simply slide. Simply
Wait, it's simply bad at slides?
He's always been notorious for getting 13s and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I'm terrible too, but simply I'm surprised because he's like a legend.
Yes. So it's Womps time. Womps is Womps, everyone knows Womps for being a very fast-paced, difficult stage, but what makes it difficult, of course, is the fact that, like you said earlier, one mistake can lose 10 seconds easily,
Yeah, they all seem to lose about 8 to 10 seconds. A missed Owless can be like 7 or 8, missed Cannonless can be like 8.
Yeah.
Bomb clips like 10.
So Xein going for Cannonless
Very
first.
clean.
Yeah, and Drogie going for Owless first. And both getting it first try. Now it's time for the opposites. Let's see what happens. I think Drogie does texture setup, if I'm not mistaken, for Cannonless.
Yeah, he was one who was kind of slow to come around to it, though. I don't know. He's not necessarily in love with it.
Oh, here we go. He's going. Perfect.
Excellent.
Now, I say this a lot. I'm not a big fan at all of texture setup. I think it's... Xein time!
Oh, geez. That can happen on 100 coin. It's kind of rare, but it's unfortunate.
I can't believe what I just saw. Oh my lord. Alright, so we got the first death of the race, everybody, on 100 coin and Womps. That is... Well, I personally have never seen a death there in my life. But
really?
I've never
That's
seen...
because you're cheese.
I've never seen a death there. Now, when I saw him dive there, it looked like a really bad angle, so I was kind of scared. And, well, lo and behold, it was really bad.
Very unfortunate.
Oh,
Drogie, though. He wants to keep things interesting here.
Yeah.
He's subconsciously gonna... Let's get some drama.
A little bit Monka. But again, this is the first 5 minutes of the race. It does not mean anything major. And from experience, we all know that anything happens in races, so, they just need to keep their head held up high and keep going.
And the same way that there's like 10-second mistakes early in the game, there's like 15-second mistakes that are very common in Tippy. Like a death in Rainbow Ride at the beginning is like 15 seconds. A death in TTC, if you get invis wall on like moving bars, that's like 15 seconds. There's lots, or if you miss triple jump wall kick in TTC, that's like 10 seconds. So you never know.
Yeah. So Drogie with a slight lead. Didn't have the best 100 either, but slight lead.
Still 1 star ahead here.
So Xein did not do Alice yet. He didn't do... Is Xein... Is he not doing Alice?
He might be taking the owl.
Ooh, he's pulling on Proto Man.
Yeah, that's the strat these days.
Yeah.
You got a little early nerves, it just prevents anything from going bad.
I
Plus, like Owless, if you miss it once, it's 8 seconds, but you can miss it 4 times.
Yeah, look what he's doing.
He's just doing an interesting order here. We're all good.
Okay, well, that was a good attempt. Okay, Xein having some trouble here. Actually went for the really cool double jump thing on the stairs and got it.
Yeah.
Can't seem to get... Alright, there we go. Yeah, but it's pretty common. It's common for people to think or overthink a trick like Owlus. But you know, the truth is, at the end of the day, it only saves about 6 seconds or so.
Yeah, I think it's about 5.
5 or 6, yeah. So it's a question whether it's worth it or not, especially in a race situation for a lot of runners. You know, do they want to worry about it and be nervous about getting it first try, or just go for the owl?
Yeah, I think it depends how how your stomach feels, you know? If you're
Yeah.
feeling the nerves, and I'm always feeling the nerves, so I just always take the owl. Just chill.
Well, Drogie with a pretty good start here. 6:49 Wumps, I believe it was, which is
Yes.
a good time for Wumps 9.
Yeah, maybe he's just thinking another PB here, because he's been pretty
Yeah.
hot recently. And he's been hot with spreadsheet times. He's been going after some of those.
Yeah.
He got the merry-go-round boo record the other day.
Well, not only that, I mean, first of all, Drogie came out with a YouTube video that was actually really helpful, which was a compilation of lag reduction strats that helps a lot in saving time. And he's also like the king of swimming in this game. He has all like the DDD RTA records and stuff, or single star records, or is it?
Yeah.
He has most of the records, does he?
Oh, well, some of the single stars differ, but he has all the spreadsheet ones for swimming. He's also good at flying. Like, look at these lines. He's really going down deep there.
Has a lot of potential. Oh.
Oh.
Commentators curse.
Double 13 wands for Xein.
A little bit of trouble on the slide for Xein.
Consistency though. And honestly, at the end of the day, like what? Like maybe he lost like a half second total, or like 8/10. Like, not a big deal. Slide's not one of those things that you like to practice. It's not very fun. Doesn't really help you out. It's kind of a meme. It's kind of the biggest meme of any star, or just about. Like, who really cares how do you do it slides? I don't know.
It's I think it's similar to stuff like Black Kitty Skip, where people don't really practice it. The practice comes from just doing runs, and they get consistent with it after time.
Yeah, sometimes you'll notice like people who do a ton of runs are just better at slide randomly because they've had so much experience with it. You know, a Dark World death could really even things out here. I'm not trying to jinx anything. I'm just... It's like one of the great equalizers in this game.
Listen, Commentators curse does not happen on call. It's automatic.
Come on, Drogie. We want to see a good race here. Looking pretty solid here.
Well, he's looking for a PB, man. He doesn't care. Ooh.
We'll have about a 10 flat here, it looks like, from Drogie if he hits the throw. Very solid race time. Very solid 49 pace.
So Xein hit the fire in the beginning of Dark World, which means that he won't be getting Sugar Recycle. He decided to play it safe, which I could abide by.
Yes. I mean, Shigeru's just like 3.5 seconds over normal, but if you take a death here, you know, it could be like 30 seconds. It could basically be GG.
Ooh, Xein going for the double first tee, it looks like. Beautiful sky jump. That was a really fast sky jump from Drogie.
Very solid. Now we'll get to see what kind of routes we're doing here.
Yep.
I don't think either of them is doing like double plus, so...
Does Drogie do Tama plus? I believe he does.
Yes, I think he's pretty good at it.
Yeah, I think I've seen Drogie do Tama plus. I mean... Yeah, I can't say if he does double plus or not. If he does, it would be saving quite a bit of time, especially if he does double Tama plus, but We'll see what happens.
He might do that in runs, but I don't think he
Right.
does double Tama in races.
That makes sense, yeah. Oh, okay. Easy backup.
Very good backup. That backup there is a pretty common backup. It's actually more intuitive than it looks. It's pretty common for when you go past the star there.
So it is worth mentioning that Xein actually has a broken finger. He broke his finger. I think it was pretty recently he broke his finger. So Xein being a real trooper here. You know, he's ignoring his broken finger. He's still partaking in the league. So a big shout out to Xein for really pushing through there, and you know, doing really well regardless.
Yeah, it's awesome. Plus, like, even if he does not win, he still is eligible for up to 20 points because of the point system. And
Yeah.
I guess he just wants to, you know, he just wants to get as many points as he can. It's really cool that he's still in this race despite the injury. And honestly, he's not that far behind, although that will hurt. The death there will hurt. Wall kicks will work. It is very tricky. I think most people are prone to press A too soon when they die, but every once in a while you can press it too late. It's just really tricky, because how often do you backflip in this game, you know? It's hard to get the feel for that.
That's a good point. So, pretty sure everyone's hearing the dog in the background. There's a dog in my house, and it's loud. Try my best here. I promise it'll go away soon.
It's not too loud, it's kind of cute. Alright, now we see Drogie going for 100 coin here. Looks like he will be doing CCM 18 with a single Tama Flash probably. No safety coin for Drogie. Not surprised. It's one of those things I like to get just because I'm just paranoid about those types of things. But we just can't miss any more coins now. Should be okay. He's cruising along here, pretty solid. Still definite 49 pace, I would think, for Drogie. Gets the leg reduction there at the end. And Xein looks to be doing the same route.
Yep. Double 17. I mean, it's...
Nope, CCM 18.
Oh, they're both in CCM 18, right. Okay. So
He opts for the safety coin there.
Well, if you didn't CCM 18, probably a good idea to do so.
I get the safety coin, yes. But
Yeah.
Drogie opted not to do this. Alright, Drogie in his home, BBH. He has been grinding some of these stars recently. He's pretty fast.
I would have to say that I'm a true hater of BBH. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't even say that. I think I have a personal issue with 70-star BBH. I don't know why, but I think it's a really cool stage overall for RTA stuff, and like 120 star is a really cool
Yes.
stage. It has a lot of versatility.
Well, in 120 star, there's more doors in BBH than there is for the rest of the run.
Yeah,
There's
pretty
almost like
much.
a minute of just door animation, you know? It's like a 7-minute split only because of all that door animation.
That's actually a
It's
good
I don't
point.
know. You can love it or hate it. It's kind of unique though, and it's unique the way you enter the stage. There's so much time getting back in the stage. That's another reason why it's such a long split, I guess. That's a really OP entrance by Drogie. It's like that's about as fast as you can re-enter. You need the perfect angle for that.
With all the hard work Drogie's putting in with optimizations, he could become a really good RTA player if he really put in the time. And
Yes.
as I'm
and
saying
he's
that, can't side
like
flip.
yesterday, I think he said he had an 11.3 in a race for the Haunted Book Star. Like, so I think right there he was just trying to get like literally perfect Book Star. And when you try and get like spreadsheet times in an RTA, it just doesn't always work out, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Drogie with a good lead though. Oof, close to a minute in a lead with the lead right now, or maybe even a minute. Basement, of course, is basement. Basement is a scary place. Lots of deaths could happen. Lots of bad moments, especially in SSL. And well, we'll see what he does in SSL. Does it even make sense doing double pillows with CCM 18?
No. And honestly, when you're ahead by this much, I don't think it makes sense to do Tama plus period. But Drogie, I think, isn't that type of player. I think he's just going to go for it anyway, and that's cool. I respect that. He's just going to do the strats, because he can.
I mean, I think I'm an advocate for... Oh, he's not doing it, okay.
Oh, he is doing chill plus. Excellent.
And it's safe. Smart guy, but I think I am an advocate for doing strats that you practice. Like, if you spend so much time on a certain strat,
yes,
and you feel comfortable with it, you know, not doing it in an RTA run or race, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. But of course, you know, what Drogie did was smart because he sees that he's ahead of the competition. So playing it safe is the best option right now.
Yes, right now. Though I do agree, if you put that much time into it in practice, it's like, well, what are you putting that much time in for if you're not gonna utilize it, you know?
You gotta weigh your options, you know.
Absolutely. So Xein will be joining Drogie in SSL here. Couple stars behind. LOL though, you know, that as much as it's considered a quote-unquote free stage, I don't know. In 70, you have to do the lava boost. You could always screw up something with Bully Star, or, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can die in LOL.
No, I would definitely say LLL is, if a 70 star especially, it is not a free stage whatsoever. The mere fact that you have to do every star in the stage, except for 100 coin. And not only that, Lava Boost, which you do in 70 but not in 120, it automatically makes LLL a much harder stage. Xein taking another death. That is so sad to see.
Was that medium bomb there?
It was. He tried to do a medium bomb back up.
Yeah, that's so hard at that angle.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
So
it's hard in general, honestly.
It is. And I was about to say, like, just for the audience out there to understand a bit more, like, when Xein died there, he got a different size bomb called medium bomb, which is basically he grabbed the bomb a frame earlier than you usually should. So he tried to do like a medium bomb backup, which is significantly harder. And then he just couldn't get it through, so he took another death.
Very good second try though.
Yeah.
A perfect big bomb. He went right in there. Probably 16XX. And then Drogie had a very good flying cat star there in LOL. No major hiccups yet from Drogie.
Yeah, but definitely LLL, it's a tricky one, and Lava Boost makes it... Actually, I think Lava Boost, which you only do in 70 star, would probably, in my opinion, make LLL harder, even harder than LLL in 120 star, even though you do 100 coin in LLL in 120 star.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy 100 coin star, and Lava Boost could be very, very difficult, and you could die pretty easily too.
Yes. Yeah, I think there's a few stages that are easier in 70 than LLL, like SL, maybe HMC, I'd argue. Drogie getting the clean ledge grab skip there.
Drogie is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, he's really made a turnaround, because if I remember correctly, when the league first started, he was having a lot of trouble. Oh, Xein, talking about trouble. Eating the lava.
That's not good.
Alright, he's gonna have to do a backup here.
Yeah, Drogie's really kicked things into high gear, I'd say, the last couple weeks.
Yeah. Xein resort.
Back up. That's probably what you want to do there, because you need 7 bars of life in order to do lava boost. He doesn't want to collect all those coins.
Oof, Drogie. Drogie is, like I was saying, forced to be reckoned with. He's really improved in the past few races. He's doing so well. I would go as far to say PB pace.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, doing really well.
And he's one of those players that could have been D1, honestly. I mean, if the league started maybe a month later.
Yeah, exactly.
Been, you know.
That's what I was saying, you know, from Drogie's actual skill it's definitely on top there. And if he were to push himself in RT a lot more, he would definitely be a top contender.
Solid lava boost there by Xein.
Finally getting it. And that's it for Druggies, done with LLL. Mid 21 for CCM 18, no double pillows. Mid 21 is a very good time, and definitely PB pace for Druggie. Okay, so Druggie is doing HMC late, going straight to DDD.
Yeah. Seems to be a pretty good race route, I'd say. Although, Drogie is really good at SL Reds. So I think he used to not do HMC late for a long time. Because I think he has the SL Reds record.
I was about to ask, is there any star Druggie is not good at?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I think pretty much all the 70-star stars, like Druggie has really good
He's
times.
certainly good at this one, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, look.
I'm pretty sure he actually has the record for this star.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look at this. I mean, he's just clipping like 1 pixel off of each of these chests. Oh my goodness. I mean, wow. Like, you almost don't want to do that in a race. Like, you want to just be a little safer, maybe like, you know, not clip the last pixel of each chest. But he's like going for like records inside of a race. That's cool.
That's like the definition of practice pays off.
Yeah.
But who knows? Druggie could be like we talking about, like Division 1 for Season 2 of the next league to come. Hopefully.
Yes, Season 2.
Yeah, he could possibly bump up to Division 1 if he keeps doing really well.
Solid log star there from Xein.
Okay, one more star to do.
Drogie does not do front sub, which I find a little surprising, just because, I don't know.
That is pretty surprising.
I assume he does everything good in these water levels.
It's pretty surprising, but to definitely to get a PB for Druggie, you wouldn't have to worry about front sub. It's not that much of a time save, and it's you know, especially in a race again, you know, playing it safe is a good decision right now. So
it might be what, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds maybe if you do perfect leg reduction. Definitely not necessary.
Xein also doing HMC late. Okay, so both are doing seems to be doing the exact same route as Druggie.
Yes, good. So we'll be able to tell.
Yeah, easy to follow.
Distance here. Fire seat time. Looks like he could be right around 26 flat if he gets a perfect fire seat, which is a very good time. I mean, definitely PB picks.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen lots of fire seat deaths in this league so far.
Yes,
so...
what is up with that? There's some sort of curse.
There've been so many fire seat curses in races, but we'll see what happens.
Something's in the water there. Something's in the lava. But I think he's gonna do everything he can to avoid that.
Doing really well right now. Look at this guy go.
Spicy.
Perfect. Oh no, Druggie!
Oh! That is very rare. I don't know. Have you seen something like that? I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, he had I don't know why he used that angle for the long jump. Like, he could have easily just phased forward.
Right. I think it saves a little lag or something, but that's the scary thing about doing that camera angle, apparently. You don't know where you are.
Druggie's scaring the hell out of me right now.
But he was definitely gonna get the early lava boost. I mean, he did it very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. That's a 20-second mistake. A 20-second ledge grab. You don't see those every day.
You could tell he's a bit nervous now. He's a little bit shaky.
Yeah, things are dominoing here a little bit for Drogie.
Yeah, but he just needs to stay calm. Alright, Xein going for... Is that... No, that's not fun sub. What was I thinking?
That was kind of a spicy non-side flip. Was that is... I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I've never seen that.
It's pretty interesting. With a really good turn, it could actually maybe be faster too.
Yeah! Like, new strat discovered.
Yeah.
During this race.
So no missed bows to throw. which is another thing I've been
No.
seeing a lot, and I personally have been
Yeah.
doing a lot, missing dodge or two throw.
Still 49 pace, honestly, but this would have been so ridiculous of a run if he did not make that unfortunate ledge grab.
No, Xein.
Oh, these rays.
Oh.
So these rings, they were programmed in wrong, and the actual hitboxes for the rings in this game are not as they appear. So it can be very tricky to actually get 5 in a row. There, he does back it up, but sometimes you can be swimming around with that mana for like a good minute.
Yeah, at least he got a second try, because usually if I miss those, it's...
Oh my gosh! You like consider going into the whirlpool just to like end your misery and like
Actually,
restart
that's what I
again.
do. If I mess it up,
Really?
I just kill myself and try again.
I think I saw Benny do that in a race once, and I was like, maybe that is the optimal backup strat. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Xein in Piracy now, so it's his turn.
He could gain 20 seconds on Drogie in
Yeah.
the Fire Sea at least if he gets the spicy one here. But it's tough to do. It's tough to do in a race too. It's just, I don't know. But it looks pretty good here.
Oh no, something... I'm not even sure what happened there. He missed the triple jump.
And still, I think, get early here.
Yeah, he's
Just
good with
gonna
early
have lava
cycle.
boost.
Alright, so still saving time off of Drogie. If he has a good ending, he could save
Yep.
like 10 seconds, because Drogie's ending was really sketchy as well. Oh, missed a coin. Shouldn't have said anything. Drogie with a decent 100. Can't stop this man.
He's chugging along here.
Xein also missed in the ground final in the star. Exactly. How
Yeah, what the
Drogie did.
heck?
That was funny.
The doggy has returned.
Yep, I was about to
Excellent.
say. There he is again.
It's cute. She's cute.
Yeah.
Alright. Xein gets the key. He will be headed upstairs. Looks like he's a few minutes behind. If Drogie does win by 3 minutes or more, he will get a full 60 points, which is the most you can get. You get 40 points for winning a match, and you get an extra point for every 10 seconds that you win by. And it caps at 3 minutes. You get 60 points. And you can find the standings by typing in !standings in the chat. They're updated somewhat regularly.
Yeah.
Alright. Xein starting the 100 coin.
Drogie also not... He is opting to do the normal strat for those start. But Drogie definitely would do. I would imagine he does the triple jump wall kick strats. But again, looks like he's playing it safe.
In PB attempts, I believe. But
Yeah.
I think total they save maybe 3.5 to 4 seconds
Yeah.
for both. So definitely not necessary at this point.
Yeah. So it seems like what Drogie's doing for this entire race is he's basically dropping all the hard strats that save a little time, and just playing it very safe. And
Yeah.
you know, he probably knows he has a good lead, so making those smart
But
decisions.
still, he still has very impressive movement here. That
Yeah.
was a very spicy secret.
That was
Flawless.
Xein having a pretty good 100, it seems.
Yep.
Both having really good Retro World 100s at least, and Retro 100 is notorious for being probably top 5 in the hardest stars in 70 star, in the entirety of 70 star, and you know, good RNG from both and good gameplay. So that's pretty nice to see.
It's very difficult, especially when you
Oh.
see your Fire Sea split and oh goodness.
Oh my god, Drogie getting thrown off. Oh no!
That's raw.
all the way off the
That's
mountain.
a 15-second chuck at least.
That's a big time loss.
Wow. Yeah, what Dry World 100, if you see like your Fire Sea pace and it's really like spicy, and then you go into Wet Dry World and you're a little nervous, and then it can basically erase your pace.
Right.
It's just a terrible start sometimes. Here come the Piranha Plants. Toughest star in the game. Actually, probably one of the easiest.
Yeah, it's actually probably.
Like, literally the easiest.
Even though I think just yesterday or 2 days ago, I saw it was Vinny that fell off the edge after spawning the star and had to like exit stage and redo the entire star again. Again, dude, you're not safe with any star in this game. As easy as you want to say it is, you always gotta focus 100% or else something will
almost
happen.
any star something can happen.
Yeah.
Other than maybe like Ice Bully. Like everyone can beat the Ice Bully, right? Just dive into him.
You'll be surprised. But you'll be surprised.
Well, I don't think I've seen anyone die on Ice Bully at least. There's like a few free stars in this game, and then there's plenty of stars that people say are free, and then when it's clutch time, they mess it up. Oh, no mountain clip there for Drogie. It's about a 6-second time loss. Just back it up with this box here. I really don't like backing up a missed mountain clip or a missed log wall kick with box, because my angles just seem to be a little off and I'm always nervous about it.
Yeah.
I usually go for the TTM reds first, but Drogie feels pretty comfortable there with the box jump.
Pretty interesting backwards from Xein. With the triple jump
Yeah.
sliding down. Oh no, the Goomba! I saw that happening.
Dude, those little Goombas.
Those mini Goombas, they're so small, but so deadly. And Drogie falling down the mountain TTM, one of the worst feelings. Falling down that mountain in TTM it sucks, because you get the hard part of the log wall kick and then you just make a dumb mistake and fall all the way down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, these bonks.
That was like a double bonk. It's kinda cool.
That's kinda cool. Commentator, very biased. Alright.
How is Xein like 3 minutes behind, honestly? I haven't seen him make like 3 minutes of mistakes. Like, it seems more like maybe one. What's going on here? I feel like this race should be a little closer, especially with these mistakes Drogie's been making recently, but he does have a comfortable lead. Let's see if he can get log wall kick here.
He's too fast.
Right. Yeah, it's something.
I think one of the things about this game that is worth noting is that the difference between the slight difference between really optimal gameplay throughout compared to less optimal gameplay. Yeah, it just makes a huge difference, and it's so hard to see it.
Yeah.
Because everything adds up. Faster you move, and every jump, every corner, every turn, you gain more and more time.
Yeah, sometimes I look at runners with like a 48 PB and I'm like, how are they 2 minutes better than me? Like,
yeah.
I can't really see it. You have to almost go star by star and like look at every frame to figure it out sometimes. But
that's what I mean. It's really hard to see.
But Xein is certainly on his way up. I mean, he hasn't been around as long as Drogie, and you know, another year or so, he could definitely be up there.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. He's really good. Log wall kick here, very solid. We're into SL for Drogie. Will not be able to show off his SL reds. It's so sad. Very optimal snowman's head here. Do you do that strat that Drogie just did, where you, for Snowman's Head, where you triple jump onto the platform above the platform that people normally triple jump to. Did you see this?
For Snowman's head.
Yes.
Oh no,
He
I don't.
triple jumps.
I know I don't.
Okay, yeah. That's a tricky triple jump.
It is.
It's very precise. It's very hard.
But I mean,
And
you know, knowing Drogie, I'm not surprised he goes for it.
He's still doing the tough stuff, actually, here.
Yeah.
May have spoke too soon when I said he was going safe. Xein getting the box jump. Drogie, solid, getting the quickest star in the game. Deep freeze can be done in 6 seconds. Well, it can be done in like 5.3 seconds.
SL in general, probably it has the shortest stars in the game.
Yeah.
It's very, very short stage.
It's like a minute 50 split or something. So we're gonna be going back into basement to grab the bunny again, because the bunny spawns for a second time once you get 50 stars. So you can't get him earlier, but now that we have 50 stars, we're gonna go back into the basement, grab him again, he'll give us another star. And this strat was just discovered about a year ago, this route. It's pretty spicy. I like it, because,
I remember when it was found, I can't remember who thought of it.
Fantax.
Oh, was it Fantax? That's awesome.
Yes.
That was a fantastic finding that. Pretty cool.
I was not receptive to it when it first came out, actually. I was like, that is dumb. I do not want to go back to the basement.
Oh, really?
And it only saves 1 second. I was like, oh yeah. But now I'm like the biggest fan of it, because it totally makes sense. Plus I'm like losing a second or two on SL Reds anyway. So it saves more than a second, I'd say, for me.
That
and for
makes
most
sense.
players.
It's all relative too, yeah. It's relative to what time you get in SL Red.
Right.
Relative to how fast you can do castle movement, that kind of stuff.
Yep. And if you do punch grab, I guess it saves even more, but I do not do that.
Yeah, that's another one. Punch grab alone saves about a second.
So Drogie going for the box triple jump here, looking very solid. That's about the only really difficult star I'd say in HMC.
Yeah, I would say so too.
You certainly can lose like 4 seconds on the Miracle Star if you miss the switch. You could technically die on the Exit Star, but that's really rare. And the worst thing that can happen on boulders, I don't know, you get hit by a boulder. Lose a couple seconds. It's usually not too bad here.
If you do the backup pretty well for the boulder, you won't even lose a second.
Oh, if you just go around it, yeah.
If you go around it,
You usually are able to do. Xein having pretty solid gameplay recently. It's unfortunate that Drogie's just playing
so good,
pretty out of his mind.
It is pretty insane, and we might even see a PB here right now, guys.
I think it's still possible. We'll see this HMC split, and then you just add like 9 minutes, I think, usually to HMC split.
I know
that's about what you can get.
A high 38 or low 30. I think it's a Drogie.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's a high 38 HMC split is like 47 pace, like world record pace.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's about 9 minutes added to the HMC split if you have a very solid tippy.
Yeah. So
if he finishes this with 40 something, he can definitely get up to 49.
Yeah, for sure. And he only has one more star to do.
Maybe he knows that, and that's why he's
making weird mistakes. Yeah. But that's it. So a 40, 30.
He could get a 49, like 30 something.
Yeah.
In theory, if he plays just right, or even better. I don't know. I think his tippy strats are pretty.
Probably better. Actually.
Solid. Yeah.
Either way, amazing performance. So Xein is back. Just grab Mitsuko and agency now. It's his turn. Alright, so Tippy time. Tippy, anything happens. you know, I'll go as far as to say that with a 3-minute lead that Drogie has, with Tippy, things could change, you know? Leads could
Yes.
change, you never know what could happen. I've seen
Especially-
races where people would fall down 3 times in TTC 100 and lose all their time. But,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I've heard stories. I've never done this myself, but I've heard people fall.
I've heard
in a
stories
TTC
and
100.
seen stories. Oh my god,
Oh
Xein!
no! In the pit of death. I do not like that whole.
Taking,
Very unfortunate.
I think, third death of the race.
I think Drogie's still gonna do all the crazy strats here because he knows he's on PB pace, and at this point, I think that's kind of his focus. He's like, why not just go for the PB here?
Might as well go all out.
Solid box triple jump there. Does take the damage though at the end. Drogie doing the reds, does the optimization there with the wall kick dive. This is looking pretty good. And he got Lackett to bounce, so he's got triangles to worry about, and then we're on to TTC. Honestly, if I had a broken finger, I would have probably just not played at all. So, huge ups to Xein for playing pretty well here. I mean, he's still on like 52-ish pace, which is what, like a minute from his PB or something? I mean, it's pretty solid.
It's a good performance, yeah. Compared to their PBs, they're both performing pretty well.
Yeah.
So Drogie, did he have a good lucky bounce? Yeah, he did.
He's had a good everything so far in RR.
Man, this is gonna be
definitely very mid 49.
Yeah.
Potential here.
This would be awesome if you could see a live PB done live in a race in a game that is very optimized too.
I think he's feeling a little inspired from this Wilco PB.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, a lot of positive vibes, some motivation here. I'm feeling inspired by it. I'm gonna try some runs later.
Yeah, there we go. Watching other people getting PBs as a community.
Yeah, it
motivating
motivates
other
you.
players. Yeah, I would definitely.
Absolutely. On a few levels. Plus, sometimes it motivates you because you don't want to get bopped by people. You know? Oh,
yeah, there's that too.
You know.
Yep, Drogie on the killer star, TTC 100. It's a good beginning.
Flawless, though.
Yeah, good beginning. And in my opinion, the beginning is the hardest part of the star.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once you get past this wall kick right here, it's pretty much free, other than the occasional invisible at the end.
Yeah, it's the actual movement is not hard, but falling down is what you want to look out for.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah. Look at him go.
Wow. Oh jeez.
Okay. Alright. Oh, we got the. Okay, so that actually happened to me last night. So it's a very weird, like, pixel on like the corner of the box that if you kick that pixel of the box, it actually sends you far back.
Launches you, yeah. What's up with that?
And like you almost fall off. It's very scary.
Xein getting a very solid legacy bumps there.
Pretty solid TTC 100. Nothing too scary.
Yeah, just a few seconds lost toward the end, but still PB pace.
Xein. I look over at Xein and he's just falling to his death. Oh man, taking his fourth death of the race.
So Drogie's PB is the one on the leaderboard, right? Just making sure he hasn't gotten another one recently. Okay. Yeah, then we're definitely good to go here.
Ooh, smart little long jump. I never seen that.
Yeah, that's
long
cool.
jump to the fourth coin, fourth or fifth. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah. Oh, That's unfortunate. There
No.
goes the PB.
I can't believe it. TTC takes another life. Literally.
Yeah.
But
We're 3 minutes away from
yeah.
a huge celebration.
Well, I mean, you know, this is it. This is tippy for you. Easy to die and there's a lot of time.
Even on moving bars, one of the ones that you sometimes overlook in TTC. You know? You can die on any star in this game, or on this stage at least, except for reds. Got 3 more stars to go. I'm gonna be doing some moving stars here. That triple jump wall kick in TTC, when you're on, it's so easy to do in practice, but when you're on pace, almost anyone is prone to miss it, and it's a 9 or 10-second loss. Plus, if you miss it, you can die quite easily trying to back it up. Actually,
yeah, the backup is actually tough. The backup is I think even tougher than the triple jump wall kick.
Yeah. Plus, it's never the exact same because
cycles and stuff.
Yes, the cycle of the boxes when they're rotating, they're never. You sometimes have to wait like an extra 1/10 of a second or something.
Alright, so Xein's trying to tackle to 2-100. Getting a really good beginning, just like Drogie.
It's interesting, Drogie does all 3 of the moving stars at the end. Usually people opt to end TTC in a non-moving star or something, so that if you come in at the wrong time, you know. Well, I don't know. I guess I've never thought about this.
Yeah, I haven't thought about much. It's actually come across my mind a few times. I've stopped to think about to myself like, wait, why do I do?
Yeah, and what did you determine is the best?
Yeah, because in my opinion, I think the time jumps, moving bars, and red coin stars are arguably harder than the triple jump wall kick stars. Like the triple jump wall kick, once you get the wall kick, everything else is easy.
It's pretty free.
So I would understand saving those stars for last.
So I think Drogie could technically get a 49 if he gets like a Ouija tier bits here. I didn't see exactly when he entered, but
shout out to Ouija. It's gonna be racing right after this.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing left.
It'll be close. It looks like a very low 50 here. If he hits his throws.
It's so close. It's so close to his PB.
All that death was so unfortunate.
Yeah.
We'd be able to almost like miss a throw here still.
Drogie's within seconds of his PB, and if he gets perfect throws, it's pretty crazy. 2 races in a row, and almost gets PBs in both of these races.
Yes,
that's
he is
really,
just
really
getting hot.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with Drogie right now.
Very admirable. Oh.
And it's unfortunate. Xein, there's been even good players who have thrown up like 53s, 54s, and you know, in Division 2 at least, Xein could have maybe even won a race if he was against a specific opponent on a certain day, you know.
Yeah.
But it looks like he might not get any points, unfortunately.
Well, Drogie missing 2 buzzer throws.
He could still get some points here, yeah, because Drogie's...
He keeps missing.
That will not do it.
Poor Drogie, man. He's missing. I mean, we spoke too soon. It's a classic Commentators curse. We're talking about, oh, it's so close to PB, and now he misses 3 throws. But
there it is.
He's still probably going to go home with all of the points here. So amazing job by Drogie, 2nd time in a row. And Xein's having a really good TTC. So
yes.
Ooh, on a bonk. But
50-38.
Yep. Drogie with the win.
If we can finish under 53-38, we can still get some points here.
Welcome, Drogie. Congrats on the win.
Hi. Thanks.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I feel like I played somewhat well.
I mean, you
I'm
played
happy
really
with
well.
how I played, except for like a few things like the Chukia thing and the Fire Sea instant. I was actually
that's
surprised
right.
to realize.
I
Yeah, I'm
forgot about that.
surprised.
That's
I'm
20
surprised that
seconds.
was 49 pace into
Yeah.
Tip, I think it was.
It was, yeah. I mean, after the death in TTC, even you
Oh,
were
yeah.
just seconds
Oh,
off
yeah.
PB.
Yeah,
Oh,
you could have technically PB'd even into bits, I think. I mean, it was like really close. I think you entered right around 48:30. So
yeah.
that's
Mhm.
insane. That's 2 races in a row
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
PB pay.
we were just saying that you could see that the Drogie is like for the beginning of the league, you were struggling a lot. I think a lot more,
Yeah.
and now it's like you gain a lot of confidence, consistency. Whatever you're doing, it's working. You definitely improved a lot recently, and well, from that race, you could easily tell that you could PB, you know,
Yeah,
with a mediocre run for you.
thank you, Cheese. I believe my race mindset or just RTA mindset has improved. I'm better at focusing now, and I don't know.
Would you
I
say you were
also
inspired by Wilco at all today?
a lot. I'm so proud of him. Like I was afraid that I couldn't warm up enough because I was watching Wilk and I was so hyped and I was like nervous before the race started because I was still nervous from watching Wilco.
That's actually I know that feel when I watch Tago, Punky, or something about to PB, I get as
Yeah.
nervous as if I were gonna PB.
Yeah, it's like crazy. It
Yeah.
works like that. It's so weird.
Designed with I don't even know what kind of throw that is.
Not quite centered, but
You could still get it 53 here
53,
if you get
which is
54
not
for now.
that bad, really. I mean, these for a race. I mean,
No!
it's just crazy.
No. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh my god.
I
No.
mean, we didn't even finish a sentence, and the commentator curse
Yeah,
came into play.
commentator curse.
Oh man. Well, Druggy, you're taking home all the points today for today's race.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm catching up to Momo. I think if I beat him by quite a bit, I can take over Momo.
Yeah.
I believe.
Will
Then
you take
let's
over the
just
other
hope
guy,
he's
though?
gonna win against Proto.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Proto and Druggy, you're the two main contenders for Division 2, apart from Momo.
No, I don't know. Momo, honestly,
Yeah, Momo as well.
Right
yeah.
now it's Momo, yeah.
It's very fun. There's so much. It's so fun. This point system. It's really great.
Let's go, Xein.
There we go. With a broken finger,
Yeah.
Yeah.
still did the entire race. I would have been like, I'll pass.
Hey, he beat Simply's time from last night. That's something.
Hey,
Yeah, that's right.
What's up, Zion? Welcome.
Stop simply. Yeah, it was a 34. What would it
It was a yeah.
look?
He got a 54, and Zion just got a 54. Yeah.
I think so.
What's up, Zion? How are you feeling?
bad.
I mean, come on. You know, we talked about this during the race. You're a real trooper. You have a broken finger, and you don't. You know, you're still taking part, and that in itself is, I can't imagine playing with having an injury like that. So that's really good on you.
And honestly, like 80% of the race, I feel was pretty solid. You just had a few deaths, but you were still within like a minute or two of your PB till the very end there. So until the very end of the death on bits, it wasn't looking. Honestly, it really wasn't that bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised when I touched the 50-star door at like a mid 44. I was like, "What? This is 53 pace?" I was like 2 or 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show, like, the more... It happens to me, too. Like, I would do runs or races, and to me, it's like, this race is so bad. And then you look at it, and you're like, wait a minute. I'm only, like, a minute from PB. Hello.
Yeah, speedrunners overvalue their mistakes sometimes. It
Definitely.
feels like a lot worse than it is, so you just gotta, keep your head down, focus,
Happens all the time.
keep going.
Alright, well, cool. I mean, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for racing. He dies.
Yeah, big ups to Xein for
Yeah.
racing the youngster. Looking forward to racing you again.
Yeah. Awesome.
He's the future.
All right, we'll be going to intermission right now, and in 1 minute we have another SM64 race with two big fat legends, Do Whatever and Ouija. So that's gonna be a really close race. And Protoman, you're gonna be commentating again.
I guess so. This
Yeah.
should be fun.
Yeah. Awesome. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in a minute.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.